Karmic DF.
What is up, besties? It is your girl, the Karmic DF, back to you again with another video. This time we're going to look at all things Britney, Justin, and potentially the book if we could get any information. So as always, if you enjoyed these videos, please give it a like. It really does support my channel, helps other people find me. Comment down below what you guys want to see in future videos. Hit the notification bell to receive future videos. I am available for personal readings. The links are down below. And also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So as always, this is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. I want to take a look at what was the dynamic between Justin and Britney and their relationship back when they were actually together. And I'm going to be honest, the moment I opened up to this energy, I keep hearing that song every time, which I believe is, I don't know, so I don't know if this has been proven or not, but like, was that a video about their relationship and the supposed abortion or whatever? Because I just keep hearing that song. Every time I try to fly, I fall. I guess I need you. And I see her like sad and crying. And now I'm seeing the scene from Bruce Almighty where Jennifer Aniston's in her bed praying to God, where she's like, God help me, I love him, but I don't want to love him anymore. So I do believe that this was it was a very painful relationship for her. It was a very painful experience. That being said, I know that they were young. I should have looked up the age, but they were in their young, so those ones tend to hurt. Yeah, because I'm hearing the song What Hurts the Most by Rascal Flatts, was having so much to say and watching you walk away. So I feel like Britney felt like she couldn't really be herself with Justin. I feel like she felt like she needed to fit a mold in her entire life. And this is like a reoccurring theme for her with family, with media, with all of it, which is why we see her kind of like, not, in my opinion, not acting out, but more just kind of figuring out who she really is. You know what I mean? But it's just giving me this vibe of like, back then, she couldn't be who she wanted to be. Like, I'm seeing it in terms of management. I'm seeing it in terms of relationships. Like, I do believe that this was like, yeah, because I'm hearing the song, This Is No Ordinary Love. So she definitely did love him. But I also feel a little PR. So, like, were they pushed together because it looked good? Because it would make sales? Because, like, it just feels like everything's in, like I'm seeing a network and it's like, this would do good for Britney. This would look good for Britney. This for Britney. And it's just like, oh my God, I have no control over my life. So I am picking that up right away. So this was, I don't know when the conservatorship happened, but she most definitely felt like she did not have control of her life in this period as well. So all legend and for entertainment purposes only. Let's look at the dynamic between them when they were together. All right. Okay. Okay, so allegedly for entertainment purposes only, she was the peacekeeper in this relationship. I feel like he is an Aquarius, so that kind of makes sense. I feel like she was I'm getting like a yes sir kind of vibe. It was just like whatever it would take to make him happy. Like, I just want to make you happy. I'm very loving. I'm very nurturing. This was at a place in her life where she was very innocent. Like, she still had, like, it wasn't a facade back then when she gave off that humble. Because, like, I'm seeing, like, Marilyn Monroe and how, like, that just... No, now I'm being drawn more like a Diana type of vibe. So, like, Princess Diana. So it's giving me, like, she was very innocent and I wouldn't say, I don't know if naive's the right word, but just more fragile, more really, she really wanted love. This girl has been deprived of love her whole life. Like, I really, like, from the moment she was born, it was like workhorse energy. And he really just wasn't that invested in her the way that she was invested in him. He was more focused on his career, what looks good for me. I don't think that he necessarily didn't have any feelings for her, but it was just like, he is an Aquarius, so it's more strategic. They think like that. And so she was coming from a place of like codependency almost, where it was like, I don't think her family really ever treated her well. And so she was looking for that within relationships, and he had no intentions of really building with her. Like, in terms of career, he saw how that could play out, but again, I'm getting like F-boy energy. It was like, I really should have looked up their age, because I don't think that we should like berate people whose brains aren't fully developed. So if he's under 25, then I'm going to give him a little credit here, and I believe he was. So I feel like she was just really the peacekeeper. It's giving me this vibe of like, he would probably try to start petty fights because like, it gives runner chaser dynamic. And it was like, you have to be this, you have to do this for me, you have to act this way. He was the boss and she was the yes man. Like, no matter what she would do, it was never enough for him. Like, this man was already in the industry trying to climb. It's like he turned off his emotions real quick. Although Aquarius, they tend to just naturally are more intellectual and logical. But again, it's just like at all costs to myself. I did everything for you. We'd fight. I would try to make it right. I'm trying to fix you. It's like she was trying to prove herself in this relationship. But no matter what, there was just never going to be any growth because it's just giving F-boy energy. Did he cheat? Because it would not shock me if, like, he cheated, she took him back. It was just like, I don't care. We can make this work. I love you. I mean, it's giving, like, high school love, like high school sweetheart energy and disrespecting myself for the sake of this love. You know what I mean? Yeah, because now I'm hearing the song, This Love Has Taken Its Toll on Me. She said goodbye too many times before, but I'm getting that from Britney's perspective. It's like, yeah, because now I'm hearing the song Hot and Cold by Katy Perry. I feel like he said the right stuff. He put on the charm, but at the end of the day, this man did not want to settle down. He was not in a place to settle down. He was in a place where he was like, all of my opportunities are endless. Like, I'm just starting my life. And the idea of settling down and having a family just wasn't on his mind. He wanted to work. He wanted to be somebody, be a household legacy, a name. And she just wasn't like that. She cared about being a superstar. Don't get me wrong. She loves her fans and she loves what she do or what she does. But it's coming from a genuine place of like, this makes me happy. This is what inspires me versus the energy I get from Justin is like, how high can I climb the ladder? How big of a famous person can I be? Like, I'm almost feeling like seeing him on a concert tour and like hooking up with a fan and like making excuses. And it's just giving like Playboy energy. I'm at the beginning of my career and I'm trying to make something of myself. And I'm not interested in getting all serious right now. This is given like, you know, childish behavior from a child. So can we really get that mad at it? I personally can't. Okay, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. I feel like she caught him cheating. Allegedly. Allegedly. Because this does not feel like Britney. This feels like I caught you with somebody else and I'm flipping out, but then you hold my voice back, you gaslight me, and now I feel stupid and immature and like I'm seeing a cloud in my head. Like, notice all the clouds on the cards. It's like I'm seeing a cloud in my head. I'm being gaslit. I don't know left from right. Maybe he is telling the truth. Maybe I am too dramatic. Maybe I am too much. Maybe I feel like this was just her repeating childhood trauma, another person that love bombs and gaslights her. I just see him like, I didn't follow this back in the day because like I've never been one to really follow celebrities that hard because my brain's already in too many different places. But it's just, I don't know what the rumor mill is, but it just feels like he cheated on her a lot, if I'm going to be honest with you. But I feel like he lied. Like, it would be like, how do I explain this, Spirit? Like, maybe she caught a text message, because I could see that, catching a text message, or she heard from someone else that's also in the industry, like, hey, I heard that Justin was hooking up with this fan backstage, or hey, I heard that he was hooking up with someone at the VIP party, and she's like, are you kidding me? And then she flips out, and then he gaslights her, and then she feels like, I can't speak my truth at all. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm making this up. Maybe it's all in my head. Yeah, because now I'm hearing the song Zombie. What's in your head, zombie, and it's like the idea of like being numb, just being like, I'm just following this. I'm not even thinking for myself. So I definitely like, I have to preface this because I know that this is going to make Justin look bad. He was a kid, so we really need to remember that. Do you remember when you were 20? I didn't make good decisions when I was 21. Let me tell you that. So if they were in their early 20s, then we really can't fault them too bad. But that being said, I definitely think he was highly manipulative. I think he was in a Playboy stage, and she was very much like, I want love. I've been deprived of love my whole life. That's what I'm searching for. That's been a repeating theme with Britney. I feel like if she could find someone that loves as hard as she does, everything in her life would just feel better. This woman is more driven by love than anything else. Like, yes, the stardom makes her happy, but the fans make her happier. The love that people show her because of what she does makes her happy. This woman she's got a heart of gold, honestly. Like, wow, Britney, wow. Yeah. He would call her moody. He would just kind of manipulate her emotions. Like, you're wrong, I'm right. It's kind of giving that vibe of like, you don't know what you're talking about. You're immature. You're naive. He's making me ignore my intuition. I'm so, enamored by him. He's so charming. He's in the same field as me. He gets me. I'm making excuses for bad behavior because I want this to work at all costs. Like, that's the vibe of this. But I definitely think that he gaslit the crap out of her emotions. Like, because he knew he was doing wrong. Like, he was like super charming, but also super arrogant. And he could bag anybody he wanted. And he was in his 20s and he was at the height of his career. So, I mean, are we shocked by that? Honestly, he just wasn't. He was part of celebrity culture. But the way he treated her was definitely not, it wasn't right. It's like, sometimes I'd love bomb you. Sometimes I'd gaslight you. Oh my God, you're amazing. I think you're incredible. I'm so happy to have you. Why are you looking through my phones? I would never cheat on you. You're being crazy. I feel like this girl has been gaslit her entire freaking life by almost everybody around her. And I think this is why we see her being so alone right now. It's because she's trying to figure out who the hell she is. If you look at my pop culture playlist, I have multiple Britney readings on there. She's trying to figure out who she is outside of other people because that's how she's always been, like, trained to do. I'm like seeing a dog on a leash, like, good boy. You know what I mean? Like, my parents tell me how I have to live. And so I'm trying to make them happy. And it's like happiness at the expense of myself. And that was 100%, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, what she had to be in this relationship. She had to die down who she was. She couldn't be the star that she didn't want to be. I almost wonder if he told her, like, what she couldn't do in terms of, like, don't do this song with this male singer. Don't do this music video. Don't feature in this. I almost feel like he controlled her. Again, I feel like this is some sort of karmic loop that she's stuck in that she's finally getting out of. So good. But this is a trend and a theme here in all the relationship. I think lately, like, especially with what's his face, she wasn't allowing that shit anymore to the extent that she used to. But I think this is where it really dawned on her that no one had her back, which is really kind of devastating. It's like, no matter what I do, no matter how hard I try, I'm never enough. And that's so sad. Yeah, it's like wish fulfillment at all costs. I'm trying to be vulnerable. Third party. Here I am trying to make a life for us. I'm trying to tame you. I'm trying to figure out what it is that you want. I'm trying to be what it is that you want because I feel like you're everything that I want. But then I'm hearing the song, Who's That Girl? Na, 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 na. I feel allegedly for entertainment purposes only. I mean, this might actually be proven fact. I don't follow these people like that, so forgive me if this is already known. But three's a crowd. With the wish fulfillment card, this isn't what I had in plan. This is not what I wanted. I was ready to be vulnerable. I was ready to be tamed and let you tame me. But you're out at parties, you're out at VIP clubs, and I'm hearing what you're doing, and I'm trying to turn a blind eye to it, but I know what's going on. But I feel like even then, it's like she knew, but it was either like because I'm being drawn to an old friend of mine that was a sweetheart, and she knew that the dude she was with was cheating on her, and so she made an arrangement where it was like, I need to know about it. I need to know there are no emotions involved. So as long as you're getting your needs met, and then I have you at the end of the day, then fine. It's kind of given that vibe where it's like, I know you're going to do this. I know you're going to disrespect me, and it fucking, excuse my language, breaks my heart. But I want you at all costs, your end game. And maybe if I become what it is that you're looking for, you might not need to step out anymore. This is sad. Holy crap. This poor girl. Yep. Nothing she offered was ever enough. She definitely feels like there was never any justice in this. She feels like she didn't have the right to speak her truth. I think there was definitely a point where she wanted to like go in on Justin, like maybe on the media or something like that. And I almost feel like management said no, or it said look bad. Like, because I'm seeing how the song Every Time Again, like every time I try to fly, I fall. And then I'm seeing his music video of Cry Me a River. And it's like, I really feel like that explains their dynamic. Like that sums up the relationship. It's like he couldn't tap into his emotions, so he gaslit her. She'd be like, "Hey, like, why don't we try this? How do I spice up our relationship? How can I do this for you?" Nope, not good enough. Never good enough. I want to, and then this is a double message. Like I said earlier, there's something that new that I want to start. Nope, not while you're in a relationship with me. You can't do that. I feel like he had jealousy issues, probably because it's always the cheaters that assume you're cheating kind of thing. It's that vibe. And she was just like, this is not fair. Like getting out of this relationship, it's like, why don't people get to know who you really are? So I think that this book and her being able to talk about her side of the story is going to be very healing for her and very freeing to her, because she felt like she never got her chance to say her piece. It was like she had to watch Justin move on. She had to watch people talk about her like they always do, but no one got to hear her side. No one got to hear what she went through. And so I feel like this book is very cathartic. It's given me the vibe of like turning a diary into a book. Like everything that I couldn't say because I felt like I didn't have control over my own life is now getting to be poured out, which we love that. Tower, unavoidable event. Okay. So I think this is about the abortion, because this is giving me like, this is something I didn't want. It's shattered. This is a newness card. It's blocked. So something that I wanted to start couldn't, because now this is falling apart, and now I need to reevaluate because I'm not naive anymore. This can't be undone. So I think that I almost feel like the abortion, allegedly from a spiritual perspective, was meant to happen to make her realize that she was just completely losing herself. Because, yeah, I'm hearing Lose Yourself by Eminem. That she was losing herself in this relationship. And so when that whole abortion thing happened, are you allowed to say that word on YouTube? I don't even know anymore. When that happened, it was like, I can't keep making excuses for this relationship. This gutted me. I wanted this. I wanted this family. This is clearly not what he wants. And I'm tired of disrespecting myself in the name of love. So I feel like this was at a point where she was just like, you know what? Like, yeah, because now I'm hearing the song, fuck you and your mom and your sister and your job. So I wonder if like, if the abortion was like the beginning of the end, or if it was the end. I don't really know why they broke up, per media reasons, per media resources or whatever. But for me, if this isn't why they broke up, it's certainly the moment where Britney was like, wait a second, I'm not happy. Yeah, because I'm hearing the song, Something Is Wrong Here, I Don't Belong Here. Sometimes I feel like a stranger in town. So yeah, I just feel gutted. It's like, I wanted this family. It's giving me the vibe of like, yeah, because I'm hearing the song, I Can't Make You Love Me. If you don't, you can't make your heart feel something it won't. And I think that for the longest, she was kind of deluding herself into like, I can convince him to love me. With time, he'll learn to love me. We'll grow, and then he'll put his guard down, and then he'll learn to love me. And then it's like, and then I get pregnant, and then it's like, whoa, he don't want that because he's in like the height of his career, or the beginning of his career. And then she's like, wait a second. We're on completely different places in our life. We want completely different things. Like, sure, we have the same industry vibe. We want the same thing in terms of career, but in terms of life, we are in completely different places. And then she started to realize that, like, this is not worth me disrespecting my happiness if I can't even have the family that I want. So I feel like this was a real turning point for her. Yeah, and then he pulled his love away from her after that. Wow, really? And she was devastated. What did I say? The birth of something new. The birth of something new. like if I were to get a client, I don't usually do these readings because I don't, because things can always change, but like this is a pregnancy card. This is heartbreak, and this is someone pulling their love away. It's literally in the cards. So I think that I just heard shit got real. Like shit got real for him, and he was like, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm beginning my life. I think that he believed that in order to have a family, you would have to stop building your career, building your success. He didn't see that the two could coincide. Like, he didn't see it as like Britney could have the baby, we could have nannies, she could watch, I could still tour. He didn't go that route. He just got freaked out and he ran, which like, I have a 20-year-old sister. I get that. You know what I mean? I can't really necessarily fault him because if my sister was pregnant right now, I'd be like, what are you doing? Like, you have your whole life in front of you. And that's not to shit on anybody who chooses that. It's just, he didn't want that. So I'm having trouble faulting him for it because I'm not, I know I'm going to get avid Britney lovers here, and I'm not shitting on her. I swear to God, I'm not. It's just that she knew he wasn't going to ever be what she wanted, but she tried to make it happen anyway. And when you do that, you're going to break your own heart because they're going to eventually run. It's like, it's suffocating. You know what I mean? I'm hearing the song Much Like Suffocating. He felt suffocated. He wanted something lighthearted and fun, good for the press. Just, yeah, it's like, it's the vibe of like Party Boy. He was young. So I'm having a hard time villainizing this guy because he was a kid. So we will look at how he feels about her now because then we'll know what his character is. But a 20-year-old, 20-something-year-old, him pulling back his love, it is absolutely devastating. But we got to take accountability, and we got to understand that Britney knew what he was up to. And it's like at all costs, at the expense of myself. So I know some of you are going to be mad at me for saying this, but it was kind of a blessing in disguise because had she have had that kid, I can see him treating her like absolute crap and being incredibly angry and hating her and being mean and lashing out. So it's kind of a good thing that it didn't happen because it freaked him the hell out and he booked it. So I don't know when they ended, but he for sure, it hit him real quick that shit got serious and he was not looking for serious. Yep, that's their bond. Pulling back my offer. Now I'm not. Yeah. It's like, what have I gotten myself into? That's where Justin's head was at that point. It's like, this can't make me money. I'm building something for myself right now. This is gonna hold me back from new opportunities. This is gonna hold me back from, because I'm seeing him wanting to tour the world, wanting to be a big household name, which obviously he succeeded in. And he was like, this is not going to happen if I settle down and make a family right now, which I can't be mad. I'm sorry. It's just, listen, you can have empathy for her and it's a devastating and it's heartbreaking. Being in her energy, yeah, that's devastating. She wanted a kid. She wanted that child. She definitely wanted it, but he didn't. And so she made the choice and it's a regret. And of course, and I get that, but at the same time, you can't have a baby to make a relationship work. As someone who was a child that was made in an unhealthy relationship, that was never going to fix that relationship. They honestly, like, I'm glad to be here, but they shouldn't have had me. You know what I mean? Like, it's the honest truth. They were young, just like that. I think that's why I'm kind of understanding this energy, because my parents were very young. And they were not in a place to have children. And I'm seeing that same energy here where it's like, sure, it sounds good for Britney. And that's definitely what she wanted. And she should have the right to want it. But he doesn't want it. And if you guys fundamentally want different things, then that's where it's going to break down. So I'm seeing a bigger picture here. I can't put blame on anybody. It's just a really unfortunate event. And I think this is where Britney kind of lost herself a little bit. Yeah, he also wasn't ready to give up the lifestyle of sleeping with other people. Yeah, because I'm hearing lifestyles of the rich and the famous. And now I'm hearing young, wild, and free. It's like, It's like, I know I invested in you and our relationship, but there's so much other opportunities for me. And with the Three of Wands, that's a third party. That's other people. Yeah, because now I'm hearing the song, Imagine All the People. And I see him just like looking at all the girls, looking at all the options. I mean, listen, again, I'm not trying to defend him, but imagine that you're like 20 years old and now you have a record deal and now you're going to tour the world. I mean, your possibilities are freaking endless. So yeah, you might not want to put all of your eggs in one basket. So I'm having trouble villainizing him, guys. He's a kid, so we'll look at what he's like now. But for now, this just feels like a really devastating event. Yeah, this was definitely where she was like, I'm at a crossroads. I need to figure out who I am now. I need to get help. This is not benefiting me. I'm disrespecting myself. I'm at a standstill. I don't know where my happiness lies. Did she get therapy at this point in time? Did she like, it feels like if she didn't, she wanted to. I know that her parents had a lot of control, so I'm not sure. But it's just kind of giving me the vibe of like, I need to get help. I'm stuck. I don't know where to move forward. I don't know who I am. Yeah, because now I'm hearing her song, Who Is That Girl I See Standing Back at Me? When will my reflection show who I am inside? Is that her? Or am I confusing that song? If I am, I'm sorry. But if it's not her, it might be Christina Aguilera. Forgive me. I'm just hearing that song. So it's like she was very lost at this point. She was very devastated. We're not shocked about that. Okay, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Is it possible that like maybe they had an agreement, like a contract, an NDA of like, we're not going to tell the public this. We're going to keep it between us. Because I'm hearing like just us two. And then this is a card about contracts. And this is a card about being alone. But also being happy. But it's not giving me the vibe of actual happiness. It's giving me the vibe of like pretend happiness. And then notice how there's a child on the card. It's like, all right, I'll pretend. I got it. I get it. I won't demonize you in the media. I think this was when she was still more of a people pleaser, obviously. And yeah, because I'm hearing the song, no drama, no drama. So she's like, I'm just going to put on a front. I'm going to pretend that I'm okay. This girl is conditioned to be a yes man, yes sir. It's just, it's sad. Yeah, her home life. Burden not worth having. So now I'm going to act out. Did she act out after the relationship ended? Did she get a little, because I'm hearing the song, I gets crazy. And it's like, yeah, when I'm feeling real crazy, I get on my broom and just fly away. I get real high and just fly away. Like, yeah. Where it's like, because I got a bad bitch mentality. Did she get angry after this? Did she start acting out in different ways? Was this like when she like flipped out at the paparazzi? Like I'm seeing the head shaving moment or something like that. This is giving me the vibe of like, yeah, because I'm hearing the song, I can't get no satisfaction. It's like no matter what I do, it's always wrong. No matter how I try to make myself happy, it never works out for me. All the burdens are at my expense. And so fuck it. Now I'm just gonna, yeah, because now I'm hearing I Can't Be Tamed by Miley Cyrus. So this feels like after this went down, a switch flipped for her and she was like, fuck it. Like, fuck it. And now I'm seeing K-Fed. So like, did she date K-Fed after? Like, I don't know. Like the line, maybe I should have done more research probably, but I like to go in blind so I don't go in biased. But this is like, fuck it. I'm going to get into my masculine energy. Maybe did she pour out albums after that? Like, I'm just going to focus on myself. This is not worth it anymore. This just feels like, I just keep seeing the head shaving moment and like the picture of the umbrella to the car. Like, I feel like this situation with Justin is why she acted out. Part of it. It's more so the manifestation of all of her pain, the manifestation of being controlled by everyone. It wasn't just Justin. Justin feels like the straw that broke her back. It doesn't necessarily feel like Justin was like the whole devastation. No, it was like a myriad of things, and it was like that one final straw, and it was like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, that's the vibe of this. What's the back? Well, let me see. Is there anything else? Yeah, I'm gonna focus on myself. Screw this. Let me see what my options are moving forward. I'm gonna keep my cards close to my chest. I don't trust nobody no more. Screw it. Like, that's the vibe. Yeah, releasing anxiety. We don't work together. The time's up. Oh, here's Justin, finally. Yeah, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Like I said earlier, I feel like he was a cheater. I feel like he talked a good game, played the whole knight in shining armor, but it's like giving me this double message of like Jekyll and Hyde. It's like I say the right things, but I'm way more focused on being smart about things. Like, look at all these swords. This is all mental energy. It's just like, I'm going to succeed at all costs. I don't care who it hurts. I'm going to cheat. I don't care. I'm living my best life. I'm going to play like I'm this awesome guy, but in reality, I am very strategic and I know what I want and I'm going to get it. Very Aquarius energy, unevolved. I'm not shocked to see it, but again, you're young. I can't, yeah. Other people, hidden from the spotlight, hidden from, I want to move forward. There's other options, other opportunities. I refuse to evaluate who I am as a person, so I'm just going to run away from this situation. There are other fish in the sea. That's the vibe of this. Yeah, so that's where he was at when he was younger. Let's see where he's at now, because I feel like that matters more. I really just, I don't know if it's because my sister literally just came home from college and she's around this age, so it's just, y'all, we can't sit here and judge people under 25 for making mistakes. Like, their brains aren't fully developed. I mean, we definitely have to hold people accountable for what they do, but if you're going to cancel someone for what they did when they were still a child, which to me, that's still a child. I'm sorry. I'm not saying you're a child if you're in your early 20s. I'm simply saying you have room to make mistakes because you're still growing and you're still learning. You know what I mean? But let's take a look at how Justin feels about her and this whole situation now. So let's figure out how he feels about all this coming out and how he feels about Britney as a whole. Like, does he have any remorse? Is he... Why am I hearing... You push and I'm pulling away. He feels like he's being attacked. That's for sure. He definitely feels like he's being attacked. Like, I'm hearing like, why now? Like, you had all this time to talk about it. Why now? Why are you coming for me now? He almost... It's giving me the vibe of like, why are you being spiteful? This was years ago. Like, I thought we put this in the past. But for her, it's like, I never got a chance to tell my story. I'm sorry that it's not on your time frame, but it's my story and I have a right to tell it. I'm like, it's because I'm hearing the song, It's Too Late to Apologize. It took her all of these years to step into herself, which is why a lot of people don't get it. They're seeing her, you know, with the knife video and her dressing skimpy and dancing. But in reality, it's giving me the vibe of like, I'm trying to figure out who the hell I am outside of relationships, outside of being controlled by my family, outside of being a megastar. Who is Britney? Who am I? And honestly, that's a very healthy way to look at life. So y'all leave her alone. Like, I'm seeing Chris Crocker or something where he's like, leave Britney alone. I still stand by that. Her videos are weird. Yeah, I'm not going to deny they are definitely weird, but she's trying to figure out who she is, so just support her. Okay. Anyway, how does Justin feel about her and this whole book situation now? What did I say? I thought we moved forward from this. Now you put me in the spotlight. You're making me look bad. This guy really, really, really cares about his image. The irony is now I'm hearing the song, Oops, I Did It Again. I played with your heart, got lost in the game. But that's him. He's worried that this is going to tank his career, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Because what I see is like, I see Britney and I see, like, I don't think this is literal. It's probably metaphorical. I see Britney, right? And like a dartboard with pictures on the dartboard of everybody who's ever done her wrong. And it's like, I'm going to get all of you. I'm finally going to get a chance to tell my story. So I'm wondering if like she's calling out multiple people in this book. Because it's like, because I'm hearing I'm not that innocent on her side now, and it's like, I'm gonna tell on you. People are gonna know how y'all did me. You did this, you did that. Like, I'm almost seeing like, why is Christina Aguilera coming up? Is she gonna bring up Christina Aguilera? Is she gonna bring up Christina Aguilera? I don't know why. I'm getting like little Easter eggs about the book. I don't know if they've talked about, forgive me if if I'm just telling you shit that you know. Again, I'm going in blind. So if you've done research on this, then you're probably ahead of me. But I don't know why, but I'm getting this like I was pinned against everybody. Like being pinned against Christina made when I didn't want to be. Being silenced about the Justin situation when I didn't want to be silenced, being just control. But anyway, moving back to Justin's energy, I don't know why that came up, but it's like he wanted to move forward from this. He thought, yeah, because I'm hearing the old me's dead and gone. And it's like, why are we bringing this back out into the public? This is going to make me look bad. This is going to ruin my image. This is going to make me... He's so concerned about his image. Do you care about Britney, bro? Oh, God. Oh, he is so... He did not want this whole pregnancy thing to come out. He most definitely did not want this to come out because he... Is she gonna... Okay. Do we know anything about the book? Like, I'm sure they've told us snippets, right? I feel like she's gonna talk about him cheating because three's a crowd again. And then this is like mother card and this is union. So like not moving forward, but I thought we were. You're putting me back in the spotlight for bad press because of our union and the things that I did behind closed doors, including the motherhood. Allegedly. Oh, he's in defense mode. I just heard, is that not the consequences of your own actions? He knows that, like, he deserves this. I see, like, a dog with a tail between its legs. Like, you know, like when, like, your dog shits on your rug and you're like, did you do that? And they're like, oh, crap. And they're trying to, like, hide in a corner. That's kind of the vibe. I feel like he's going to try to play small for a little bit and just try to, like, I'm seeing, like, damage control. So I don't know how exactly he's going to play this out. But it's like, I know I have to be on defense because the Britney fandom's going to come for me next. It's like Britney's got a hit list and she's ready to go. It's like, honestly, props to her for standing up for herself. But he is scared. He is a scared. He's trying to figure out the best way to make this look good in the PR. He's like, how do I make this look as not bad as possible? Which, again, you were a kid, so, like, how about you just be honest? Like, I was young, I was naive, I was stupid, I apologize. But I don't feel like there's a lot of remorse there. I don't buy that there's a lot of remorse. Because it's more like, how dare you? How dare you call me out? How dare you make me look bad now? How dare you risk my career now? Very me. Which is not really shocking for a fixed placement. And I'm a Leo, so, like, I get it. There are unevolved Leos, and I used to be very unevolved, so I get that energy. But he's definitely trying to be strategic. Aquarius energy, not shocked. But it's like, how do I get myself out of this situation where maybe I can look like the victim too? So maybe he paints a narrative of, like, I don't know, management didn't let me, or I had to follow a certain way. I had to look a certain way, keep a certain image. I feel like he's going to try to flip it so that he looks okay. But it's like, it really happened. You really broke her heart. Just fucking apologize, dude. Like, yeah. Jeez. I'm hearing the song, Wish We Could Turn Back Time. Now we're stressed out. He's like, oh, crap. I've invested so much into my career, and this one thing can destroy everything. This is keeping him up at night. He is afraid of this book release. He's now upset, which is dumb because it's like, bro, how old are you now? Like, now you're upset about this? Maybe you should have dealt with that in your past. But he's very, 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 very anxious about this. I mean, look, even anxiety is on this card, which isn't even a card about anxiety. Like, it says investment anxiety, but anxiety. So, like, where's Britney? Why don't you care about Britney? Where's the remorse? Why am I not seeing, like, 5 of Cups, 8 of Cups, sadness, anything? The only sadness I see is about the work you put into your career and how you think it could potentially fail because of her. So, if you want to hate on him, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, then you should be mad that he's more concerned about how he looks than how he broke her heart. So, current JT don't really feel like he's evolved very much. Just saying allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Yep. Bro! I feel like he's gonna come after her. He's thinking about it. I don't know that he's going to necessarily do it because they're both reversed, but he's definitely got this mentality of like, I put in all this work. I made you look good. We made our careers look good together. Like, how dare you fuck up my career? Like, it's like the mask has come off. So I don't know. I see someone like putting their foot in shit, which is kind of giving me the vibe of like, he might kind of show his true colors. Yeah, because now I'm hearing the song, I see your true colors shining through. So I wonder if he's going to kind of low-key tell on himself by like trying to put the blame on Britney somehow. So I don't know if he's spoken out fully on this, but if he gets backed into a corner, I could see, because I keep hearing blame game, I could see him like trying to reframe the narrative to make Britney look like the bad guy, which isn't shocking because how many people have already done that to her. But it's just like he's trying to figure out a way to be calculated about it, but he's not opposed to being a dick about it, if that makes sense. He's trying to think strategically to make himself look good at the expense of her, because he's not concerned about that. He's concerned about his job and his work and everything he's already built. And he's worried that, yeah, because I keep hearing when it all comes down, Kanye and someone else, can't think channel, sorry. But it's like the knight in shining armor vibe that we've all gotten from him is no longer going to be a theme. And I almost see like once the book gets released, I feel like the fans might come for him. And I feel like that's when he's going to show his true colors. Because it's going to be like, why are you guys coming for me? It takes two. Like, she wasn't healthy. She was this, that, and the third. And I could see him. There's potential for him to show his toxic side by coming for her because he feels like he's being attacked. Which, like, all right, it's been a really long time, and then you come out with the book. Like, I could see that being, like, feeling like you're blindsided, because I am seeing the movie Blindsided in my mind's eye, so I definitely feel like he feels like he's blindsided. It's kind of ignorant. It's giving me this vibe of, like, you should be over this by now. Like, you don't ever bring this up. You've never brought this up, but now you're bringing this up. What, do you got a vendetta against me? This guy's very me. So, current JT is not very evolved. He's very much like 20-year-old JT. Yeah, emotionally. Yeah, I'm hearing the song, he's never satisfied. Why do we scream at each other? This is what it sounds like when the doves cry. Yeah, emotionally depleted. It literally says too self-absorbed on this card. This is why I love this deck. But it's just like, he does not want to change. He has never tried to change. He reminds me of, and I've said this in other pop culture readings, where there are people in the industry that get really damaged by the industry. Like, I'm seeing Selena Gomez, Justin Bieber, where it's like, I changed, I didn't want to change, but I had to conform. And then there are other people where it's like kind of Stockholmy, where it's like, I've become it because it's all I know. And that's more him. Like, Britney's more the vibe of Justin and Selena, where it's like, holy crap, look at all the damage that happened to me because of this. Justin's more the vibe of like Lady Gaga turning lemons into lemonade, you know, if you can't beat them, join them type of energy. And it's like, he never evolved. I feel like he still has the emotional intelligence of the youthful JT, if I'm being real with you. This guy's not in touch with his emotions. He's very insensitive. He doesn't care about people's feelings. So isn't he in a relationship? Because that's kind of concerning. Yeah, he's focused on the money. He's definitely worried about how this is going to play out. This feels like bad luck that was always going to come for him. It's giving like soul contract-y vibes, like you made your bed, now you're going to have to lay in it type of thing. Like, karma's coming for you. That's kind of the vibe of this. And he knows that. So it's like, how am I going to spin it? How am I going to spin the narrative? Where can I go with this? How can I turn the people from thinking I'm a snake to thinking I am gold? You know what I mean? Like, that's the vibe. It's like, how do I spin this? Because I think he's very worried about once the book comes out that the Britney fandom's going to come for him. And I believe that they are. So he's right to worry about that. It's almost, it feels like bigger picture. It feels like Britney, because she's stepping back into her power, because I'm hearing the song Power by Beyonce, where it's like, because she's stepping into her power and because she's demanding that she has a right to have her feelings and she has a right to be who she is, that everybody that's ever wronged her is now getting their karma. That's the vibe of this. It's like, it's owed to him. He has to accept what he's done. Think about how much money he probably made off of their relationship, off of them being together, and think about how controlling he allegedly was. And now it's like coming back to haunt him. It's like it's biting you in the ass because that's who you were. You never atoned for it. You never made amends. You didn't care. You moved on with your life while she was left to pick up the pieces. And so now karma's going to get him. Yeah, it's like, how do I start over? He's pissed and she's pissed. They're both pissed because of how this didn't work out. And it's not really necessarily a spiteful move on her end. It's just more like, I'm telling my truth. I don't give a shit. Y'all made me not tell my truth for so long, and I waited out of respect for you. I should be able to do it now. Like, you aren't at the height of your career anymore, JT. I'm going to do it now. So, like, it's giving bad bitch energy, and I'm kind of here for it, to be honest with you. But again, honestly, I'm more icked by the fact that he has not evolved in the however many years it's been than I am about what he did in the past, just because he was so young. But who he is today, y'all can, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, you can be mad at him because I don't see any growth or development here. The memories are definitely getting to him, though. He's definitely having like a midlife crisis, quarter life crisis, whatever age he is. He is like, it's very quickly coming that he needs to reevaluate his life and how he's hurt other people and how not all memories are good, even if he likes to pretend that they were. You know, like, I think he has this like diluted version of their relationship in his mind where it's like, I thought we were cool. I thought we were just having fun. Like, this dude was living in delusion because he had his heart completely closed and hers was completely open. So I see the fans coming for him. And I feel like he wants to hold back, but there's a chance that if they come for him hard enough, he's going to show his true colors. Because I just see, like, I'm showing my hand now, you know? So I think we're going to get, oh, hey, finally some grief. So I think that depending on how hard the fandom goes after him, you might finally see what Britney saw. Because I'm almost seeing like an I told you so moment, where Britney's like, see, this is what I was really dealing with that y'all couldn't see because I wasn't allowed to talk about it. Yeah, his grief is over his fame. Yeah. It's like, I built this whole legacy. It was everything I ever wanted. People worshiped me. And now it's all going to go to shit because of you. Yeah, because now I'm hearing the song Because of You by Kelly Clarkson. He's blaming her. This is ridiculous. Now I'm mad. Now, okay. All right. I see I see the problem. The problem is current JT, and I don't like it. Ego and pride. Manipulate. He's going to try to spin the narrative. I'm telling you, he's going to try to spin the narrative. I wasn't like that. She's lying. It wasn't that deep. We had an agreement. Maybe they did have an agreement. Maybe she felt that low about herself that it's like, I don't care if you sleep with fans as long as you come home to me. Because I'm hearing that song. Oh, Spirit, what is it? I can't remember the exact words, but it's basically a song. It's popular where it's like, yeah, you could go out with that girl as long as you come home to me. Like, that's kind of the vibe of the entire song. And so I feel like he might try to spin it like we had an agreement. I don't know why she's playing like she's all heartbroken, all innocent. I feel like he's going to tell on himself. With Magician in reverse, followed by the Seven of Swords, Strength being ego and pride. I feel like he's going to feel attacked, and so he's going to attack back. You know, like that lion energy, just like, you attack me, I'm going to attack you. So this has very strong potential to get ugly, at least on his end. I don't know that Britney would necessarily fight back because I feel like the book is like, yeah, because I'm seeing the scene when Obama took the mic and dropped it. So I feel like she don't need to say much else because the book speaks for itself. And it's more like now Justin's going to have to focus on damage control. Yeah, other people. This feels like, yeah, other people, internet. This feels like the Britney fandom. They're coming after him. And he ain't got nothing to offer because he knows that he's immature. He knows. Damn. What's the back deck energy? Being stuck. Are we shocked? Are we shocked? Greedy, selfish, holding on. Release and heartbreak. I thought we were over this. Why are you holding on to this? He thinks that Britney's being petty, which is ridiculous, honestly. But he definitely feels stuck. He's like, I don't know where my career is going to go next. I don't know how this is going to go for me. I'm screwed. Three's a crowd. The world. Yep. My time in the spotlight might be over. No more celebrations for me. People are going to figure out who I really was. They're going to know that I wasn't this sweet guy to worship. I was actually an asshole. Yeah, because now I'm hearing the song, I'm an asshole, A-S-S-H-O-L-E. Yeah, because I wasn't focused on you. I was focused on what we could make together, but I was more focused on my independence. I'd rather put my cup wherever I can put it. My cup, my beans and sausage. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm going to pull some dark mirror oracles, and then I'm going to leave it at that. I don't think Justin's changed. I mean, fixed signs, they have a hard time changing. Can relate, but, dude, just apologize. You'll get so much further with honey than you will with lemons. But I feel like the Britney fandom's coming after him when this book gets released, and I feel like he's going to tell on himself. I feel like he's going to be like, Britney this and Britney that, and we're all going to be like, dude, we've watched Britney stand in her own for all this time. You're not going to convince us that. So I think there's definitely chance for his career to take a hit, and I think he knows it's coming. All right, so final words in terms of what we need to know about Justin. Yep. Oh my God, really? Really? Oh my God, he thinks that Britney's delusional. He's trying to hold back his anger. I don't know if he's going to succeed with that because, again, I see what I see is like a crowd of people like ambushing a bit like a building, but it's giving me like, and I'm seeing hashtags and stuff. So it's like, I feel like the Britney fandom's going to go after him after the book's released because it's like, I see him like trying to like, I'm seeing like a puzzle and him trying to put it together. And it's like, how do I get ahead of this? How do I get ahead of this? And with Queen of My World in reverse, it's like, I can disrespect her name. I could tell you what she put me through. And to an extent, she probably was kind of codependent, kind of clingy, but is that really that bad compared to you being a cheater? Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. But Queen of My Own World, it's just giving me the vibe of, I think he's going to play to what most people say, that she's delusional, she's emotional, she's out of balance, all this and that and the third. But you got to understand, she's emotionally out of balance because everybody gaslights and love bombs her and controls her. So I just feel like he's gonna pull the move that everybody else does. Britney's unhinged. Britney's this. Britney's that. Like, this is giving me the vibe. I'm hearing the song, Why Are You So Obsessed With Me? So I almost like, why is she not over this? Aren't you noticing that she's obsessed? Like, she was obsessed with me back then. Like, I could just see him like painting a narrative to try and get you to rethink what she's saying, but I don't think it's going to work at all. I really don't. Because back deck energy is downcast, pride in reverse. It's like he's trying at all costs to make sure that he can stick with his pride and ego and not have to deal with the emotions that come with hurting another human being. That's the vibe of this. Yeah, it's like, what do I got to do in order to keep myself looking good? I'm going to protect myself at all costs. If I have to take you down, yeah, because I'm hearing the song, if we go down, then we go down together. So there's definitely an opportunity for him to try to drag her just like everybody else does. But deep down, there is regret. So deep down, there is regret. But it's not enough because he's so concerned about his image that honestly he doesn't care, because I feel so much damage control, and I feel like he feels like he's getting taken out of left field. Like, where's this coming from? Why are you doing this to me? And so it's like, I'm gonna get you back. Anything else? Parasite in reverse. I feel like I need more. Okay. Okay, yeah. So he's terrified that she is about to ruin his pretty boy, perfect boy image. He's got this vibe, right? That he's like the king bee, right? Like in sync. I'm being drawn to how people like just fell over him. I don't know if he's all that important these days. Not trying to be a dick, but it just is what it is. And it's like, you're putting me in the spotlight, making me look like I ruined you, and I've been trying to make it look like I'm the healthy one, and I've just removed myself from this situation. You made yourself look bad, and I was still trying to play it out in the press that I'm awesome, and now shit's gone sour, shit's gone awry for me, and I'm trying to figure out how to stay peaceful. But notice all these arrows. It's drawing like, it's giving me the vibe of like the Ten of Swords card, where it's like I feel backstabbed, I feel betrayed, and what am I going to do with that energy? So again, I feel like he feels like this is an attack, and he feels like, I really hope his PR is like, bro, don't do it. Don't do it, because I just feel like he wants to drag Britney, and it's not going to work in his favor. Yeah, he's just... Britney felt completely trapped in this relationship. She wasn't allowed to be who she was. She felt like she gave up every piece of part of her. That was poor English. She gave up all parts of her to be what he wanted. And now she's like, screw this. I'm done numbing myself. I'm done pretending. I'm done making everybody else happy at the cost of myself, turning a blind eye to make everybody else happy. I'm not caged up anymore. So I'm going to call in all the reinforcements. I'm going to lay it all out in a book. Y'all can choose to read it. Maybe you won't. I don't care. But I'm now telling my truth, and I'm taking my power back. Good for you, Britt. So I'm going to leave it at that. Let's leave it on a high note, because JT, get some help, respectfully. And I don't mean that in like too big of a dick way. Just like, you know, I don't know. Heal. Do some self-reflection. Work on yourself as a human being so that you have something to offer, because aren't you in a relationship? So if y'all want me to look at his current relationship, let me know, because it doesn't seem like he's evolved very much. But this is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. Zero facts here, just opinions and floating hands on the internet. So as always, if you enjoyed these readings, please leave it a like. It lets me know what you guys like and what you don't like, so that I can make y'all happy. What do you guys want to see? Let me know down in the comments so I can make it happen. Hit the subscribe button so you get notified of future videos. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. If you want a personal reading, links are down below. Links are down below for Facebook, Instagram, and all of that. And I will see you guys in my next video. Love y'all, besties. Again, let me know what you guys want to see so I can make it happen. And I will see you guys in my next video.